Hi there, everyone. Welcome into the Career Competitor Podcast and my first competitive call ever. Obviously, my first competitive call of the new year. This is just a new take on the show that I wanted to provide. Previously, I have been providing some takeaways from each and every episode within my interviews, but I've decided now to actually just keep my episodes that include interviews just to exactly that, while I pull some ideas either from recent interviews or just from life itself that I want to suggest at the start of a week or maybe at the end of the week, depends on when I'm feeling it the most, and just bring this to you as a call for competitive resurgence, competitive fire, whatever it may be. There's going to be a reason for it, and with it being a new year, we're about 10 days into it now, I figured why not start this off with discussing the topic of resolutions. It's that time of the year, right? Everybody is now maybe a week or so into this brand new resolution. And I know what you're thinking, Steve. He's about to fire us up to go get that resolution. I'm starting to waver. Here comes Steve with that injection of just outright positivity, motivation, etc. Well, not exactly. So resolutions very much fall into this perspective that I've had for many years now, and I always share this with my athletes. We talk about good habits versus bad habits, and I always explain that bad habits for me are just a very soft analogy for something that when we are working within this environment as I do within college athletics, a bad habit is really just a very sugar-coated light suggestion to somebody that may be something you don't like. Whereas if you were to redefine that as a problem, something that is going to prevent you from getting to where you want to, or that may damage your potential outcomes, well, now it's powerful. Now this word problem is powerful. And I think resolutions very much falls into this same category as using terms like bad habit. Take the example of smoking, for instance. If you're around people that don't like people smoking, then people will consider that to be a bad habit. It's not really causing you a problem in that situation. You just see something that you don't appreciate, or you obviously smell and taste something that you don't appreciate. And as far as you're concerned, someone has a bad habit that you just don't approve of. The person that's actually the one smoking, if they care about their health, if they care about the potential outcomes that can come with smoking in relation to family and friends, then they have a problem. They have this thing that is truly going to prevent them from having better quality of life, having an extended life. And so for me, that's where this term of resolutions very much falls into the very much sugar-coated, very soft analogy for the way in which people approach something that they sort of intend to change. I personally try to avoid using the term bad habit because it's a nice way of saying you have a problem. But we don't like how direct that can feel. In my opinion, all we have are habits, things we do consistently well that facilitate success, facilitate change. And then the other things that we have in our life are problems, these things that prevent us from being successful. From a competitive standpoint, we have to have habits in our lives, these things that create routines, because routines, they move you in a direction towards consistency, which is where success comes from. So if you're a week or so into this so-called resolution, stop all the talk. Get a little bit more real with yourself. Look in the mirror, ask yourself, what are your problems? And I mean, get deep into this. Really analyze it. Don't be vague. See if this line of thought can act as this catalyst for something significant to occur in the year 2021 for you. Have you ever thought that maybe this so-called resolution that you're deciding to take on, maybe it doesn't mean a whole lot to you? Everywhere you look, you see these statistics. Something like 50% of us come up with resolutions every year, and about 80% of those 50%, they're going to quit before the end of January. So what's the point? Let's use this, one of the most common examples for resolutions, exercise. I'm going to go to the gym more. I'm going to get one of these apps that I can do from home. But what if you don't like going to the gym? What if you don't really give a shit about being in good shape? There's no point getting that app. There's no point buying all that brand new exercise gear and those nice shiny new shoes that you can wear at home. There's no point if you don't actually care about getting in shape in the first place. Maybe it would be a little bit more worth your while to sit down and ask, why do I not care about being in shape? Is there maybe a reason for me to stay in shape? Are you a parent? Are you in a significant relationship? Do you maybe have a few people in your life that would be really, really disappointed to see you start to encounter some of the potential physical ailments that can come with having bad health? Well, now we're moving down a line of thought that can actually inspire us, can actually get us out of bed, give us a reason to care that our jeans aren't necessarily fitting the way that they used to fit. Always hear that one. I just want my jeans to fit a little bit better. Okay, why? Who's going to benefit outside of you? Outside of you, is there maybe somebody else that you can be doing this for? Because that's powerful. That's powerful. If we can categorize our behaviors and actions right now in this moment into this chart of habits versus problems, then we're starting to identify the areas that matter, right? Think about it. There's no problem if the matter at hand doesn't impact you or those around you. There's no such thing. It's not a problem if it's not impacting somebody. But if you can find the reasons for it to make an impact, things that you're doing, things that you're avoiding in your life that are impacting both yourself and those around you, now we've got a problem. Now we've got something that's worth investing in, making some change, and establishing habits. So, why is this important when it comes to being driven to compete? Well, what does competing at the highest level of what you do mean to you? Are the things preventing you from making the next step problems? Or are you just highlighting reasons you aren't where others are? I'll use myself as an example. About a month or so ago, I was in a really, really shitty place in terms of this podcast. Really frustrated just about where it was. It's seen improvement. It's getting bigger, but I feel the ceiling and the potential for this show is way, 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 way beyond where it is right now. And I realized that instead of identifying problems with both the show and myself in terms of my approach to the show, I was just simply hoping and wishing it would just get better the way that it was. But here I am, starting my year, looking at ways to identify these problems and turn them into better habits. And part of the great habits that I think are going to really set this show on a course to improvement and reaching more people is finding more authenticity in the way in which I'm doing it, being more myself. And then outside of the time that I'm on this microphone, taking that time to invest in, hey, there is a way to reach more people, and you got to go figure it out. Because if you're going to do this, if you're going to keep going upstairs at night for 30 minutes, an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, away from your wife while your kids are trying to go to sleep, if you're going to find that time every single week, Steve, you sure as shit better start making this thing work. So here I am. I'm telling you guys, that's my intention this year. Creating the types of habits both within the recording of the show and the marketing of the show to create a better product, something that is going to reach more people. And I challenge you to do the same. Whatever it is you are trying to do, look yourself in the mirror. Establish, what are you good at? What do you suck at? And let's start on this journey together in 2021. No more resolutions, no more bullshit, bad habits. We've got the things that we need to make us successful, our habits, and then everything else that's preventing us from getting there, guys, those are problems. Identify them, work on them, and let's move towards success together. Make sure you check out the next episode of Career Competitor. It's going to be coming to you guys very soon. Best of luck with everything you've got going on. Let me know what you thought of this on Instagram at career_competitor, or you can connect with me on LinkedIn. Just search for my name, Steve Mellor. Until next time, guys, bye for now.